All right.
Well, hello everyone. It's Ryan live from Unbound Vision with today's, or I should say this week's, The Voice of Inspiration podcast. And with me I have Jamie Jovel, our HR manager and 2D generalist.
Hi, hello everybody.
Our voice, or her voice I should say in particular, was just recently kind of stressed out a little bit because of our recording session for one of the animatics. So her voice might be a little lower today than usual.
Well,
possibly.
I mean, slightly lower, I guess, but my normal voice is around this range.
Okay, well that's good. Anyway, today's topic is you are the source of your own happiness. So, I mean, Jamie, would you like to expound on that principle?
Let's see here. Yeah. So, from that topic that we're talking about today, I believe that you're the source of your own happiness stems from your mindset or from what you're thinking about your current situation now. Basically, your what you think or how your mood or how you perceive things in your life can greatly affect your mood, especially how where your stance is on it. Like if you're an overly positive person, and even if you've gone through some rough patches, in your life, like thinking positively can really do wonders for your self-esteem and also your motivation and what you like to do. Whereas others, some people may have more of a realistic approach, which is fine too. I mean, there's always good. There's always some good in thinking rationally and being like, okay, they're like, I can do this, or yeah, maybe today was not the best day, or maybe hasn't been that great, but at the same time, there's always next day, or trying to. Yeah, try not to. Let's see. Sorry, I feel like I'm a bit on a ramble here. But,
No, that's okay. I like the idea of the perception, because how many people do you know who are in a really great position? Or in an amazing position. They're in an amazing position. They have all the money in the world. They have an amazing family. Their career is amazing. And they are super unhappy.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, that was another. Another thing I was going to touch on is negativity as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to be it's good to be positive, and sometimes it's also good to be realist as well. Keeps you from getting
delusional.
Yeah, basically.
Because if you're too optimistic, it's like it can go into an area of being delusional.
Yeah, being delusional and not seeing what can really what is achievable.
Yeah. And just like any path to success, guys, there are plenty of pitfalls, and you're gonna hit them. But the optimist knows, I'm gonna hit them, but I'll be okay.
Yep.
And the realist says, we gotta be prepared for the pitfalls, basically. And the negative person can only see the pitfalls.
Yeah, that is true. The negative person wouldn't even bother to go.
No.
Basically.
No, that's the funny thing, right? Most people, do you know how many times how many times do they try something before they give up?
I say 3 is the magic charm, probably. For most people, okay, I'm gonna try this once. Oh, it didn't happen. Well, I'm gonna try one more time, and third time's probably
Jamie, that's what you would think, but in real reality, it's never. They never try. They think about doing it and then they don't do it. That's usually what happens. Right?
I see.
It's not because our previous inspirational voice, I talked about the power of immediate action, just having the thought and saying this is really powerful. I'm going to do something about it now, right? Because you recommended Ko-Fi, and I was thinking about let's do it, and it works. Just because we just decide to do something about it, and we, people said oh, this is not going to go anywhere. And they're dude, we just got our first person. And then we got our second person. And then we got a third person. And we're going to get more people from here on out. And it's just us literally taking action on the thought, right? And you know what it is? This is something that Tony Robbins and a lot of other people say. Gary Vaynerchuk says the same thing. What is happiness? Happiness is, it's progress. It's just making progress on something. Because if you're stuck, you don't feel happy, right? How do you feel when you're stuck?
Ah, no, miserable.
Yeah, it's terrible, right? Because you feel like nothing's happening. But even if you're just making a little bit of progress, you go to sleep like, yeah, that wasn't so bad. It's something. It's
Yeah.
something.
As they say, like insanity is just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting
Yeah.
the same result.
Yeah, actually, that's something I went through during our experimental phase for Unbound Vision because we were designing a certain character, I'll just say, because it's secret developments. We were designing a certain character, and I was just in a rut because I was doing the same thing over and over and over. We went through like 600 different designs, and then I remember our production manager told us, Ryan, we should probably just give it to someone else so they can come in with a fresh view. I said, all right. And we did, and that's how we got that awesome design that we now have. I'm sure you know which one we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were there, right? Yeah.
My gosh, those were like tons of designs.
Yeah, it was insane. But I mean, yeah, I really do think like happiness just comes down to like progress in something really important to you. Like it has to be some sort of super important goal, right? And the problem is, I don't think a lot of people have super important goals. Like, how many times do you see people posting stuff that's just like, and I don't want to cuss or anything, but it's like shit posting. It's just memes.
Yep.
Versus actually providing some sort of value, actually making something, versus making fun of someone making something, right?
Yep.
I mean, because that's literally everyone, right? We have like entire groups that are just there for memeing and shit posting and just stuff that does not add value to people's lives. I'm not trying to complain or anything. It's just, this is extremely real. You don't see a lot of people actually doing something. They're just kind of wasting time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like I guess I would say it's kind of like a momentary like a momentary sort of like stress relief in a sense, like at the time, like yeah, people can do there's a lot of things that we can do with our time really, but because of like what is it, like the advancement of technology, media, and all that, everything's like right in the palm of our hands, and pretty much entertainment is pretty much everywhere. So back then people people had to, like, what was it, they had to manually like create stuff, do different things and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that does help, right? The ease of technology definitely helps for sure. But I mean, it's just, you see this all the time though, right? It's the same thing as people spray painting graffiti on a mural, right? It's like someone creates something really amazing and then someone spray paints over it and it looks awful, like really bad. That's basically what's happening with a lot of like shit posting, and it's just, and you can tell these people are not happy. Like, they're just not happy people, because they wouldn't be doing this if they were happy, right? If you were happy, you'd be productive. You would actually be doing something that really matters to you. Like, you'd be rock climbing. You'd be posting a picture of you rock climbing. Hey, I'm rock climbing, right? Or like, I'm taking a hike. Hey, look, it's a cougar. You'd be actually, or hey, I'm working on something. Like, here, come take a look. You would actually be doing something versus like, SpongeBob, oh, so funny.
Oh gosh, SpongeBob.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just,
yeah.
And you see that so often, and it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make any sense to you?
Well, it kind of, I guess, does make some sort of sense, because like usually these people are just working like 9-to-5 jobs, and that they're usually just kind of like going through the grind, and so at the end of the day they just want something like that, something like just quick, funny, and just like, okay, like that, like, okay, that gave me a laugh, like time to
but Jamie, like
that. Yeah.
These people don't have any excuse though, because the thing is, and they know they're wasting their own time, and they're wasting other people's time, but you gotta remember, I think very differently. So, I mean, here's the thing, I had a 9-to-5 job every single day, but every time I came home, I worked on Takashi. and no one even saw it. I was the only one who saw it, and maybe my dad. It was just me and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just work on Takashi from 8 sometimes to 5 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that filled me up inside because I knew it was actually going to do something. That's how we came up with Unbound Vision. That's why we're here bringing you guys this content. I mean, it's not just us trying to talk, about a topic. We're really trying to actually unveil our truths to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jamie, how many people do you know who overconsume?
Oh, quite a lot.
That it's almost everyone because we've convinced ourselves that buying more stuff will make us happy.
Mm-hmm.
When
when actually just creating stuff or working on your own thing, or basically like working on what you want to do is actually what actually makes you feel better, or feels more makes you feel more content or fulfilling. There we go. That's
it fills you up inside.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. Like so much more than like buying an extra toothbrush. Right?
Yeah.
It's nice to have an extra toothbrush, but like you don't need an extra toothbrush. You only need one toothbrush. You don't need all these clothes. You have enough pairs of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about that. We're wasting literally hundreds of thousands of dollars on extra clothes we don't even use. We just throw it in the closet.
Yeah, not to mention what I don't understand, or what I agree with you on this, that I don't understand about the having to buy like the latest fashion trends or brand name clothing, especially things like paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, like, say, a shirt that says Supreme on it or something like that. It's
Jamie, you know what it is, though, right? Like with that industry in particular, you know what it is, right? Everyone buys these things because they want to look good in front of others. That's the major issue. Everyone's so freaking concerned about what other people think about them. They're not even concerned about what they think about themselves. Right?
Yep.
Because if you really respected yourself, you wouldn't do that to yourself. You wouldn't be eating all these cheeseburgers like crazy every single day. You wouldn't be buying all these clothes, throwing them into your closet, never using them. You wouldn't be buying like all these animals. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, unless there's something empty and missing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
When you see someone who has I'm not talking about a cluttered room. I'm talking about an extremely messy cluttered room. Like, what does that actually tell you about the person?
That they're trying to fill something in their life, and whatever new thing that they're kind of leaning towards or kind of gravitating towards, they're trying to get that in order to fill it. But so far, nothing's had filled that void yet.
Yeah, guys, this comes back to our topic of like you're literally the source of your own happiness. Like, if you really loved yourself, if you really loved what you did, if you really loved your life, you wouldn't do this to yourself. You wouldn't be over-consuming. Because I see, and this is why I'm kind of against Prince, and everyone's going to be pissed off at me for saying this, by the way. Everyone's going to be pissed off at me for saying this, but I gotta say it. Like, why do we buy prints and mugs and all this stuff that we never use at expos?
Oh, Prince. Oh.
Yeah, why do we buy this stuff?
Oh.
We don't even use it.
Oh, I thought you meant the artist Prince.
Yeah, no, artist Prince. Yeah.
No, I meant the singer, Prince.
Oh, no, not Prince. no.
For a minute there, I was like, oh boy.
No, not Prince.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Prince. But I know plenty about overconsumption at expos.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about prints that you get from Artist Alley, Prints.
Just in general. I mean, look, it's great that you guys are supporting these artists, but there are other ways to support these artists besides wasting paper on stuff that you're not even going to use. Let's be very honest. Jamie, how many of the prints have you actually hung up on your wall?
Ooh, to be honest, I hung them up like a long time ago when I used to go to conventions, but now, I don't even know what happened to half of those prints, really.
And that's okay. That's totally normal. Because I did the same thing. I totally did the same thing. Like, they gave me prints after I would watch movies. I'm like, dude, I watched the movie. I don't need these prints. What am I going to do with this? Like, what? Hang it up on my wall? Dude, it's a pain in the butt. I don't want to buy a frame. I want to spend more money to buy a frame, put it on my wall, and then never look at it. Because let's be honest, I never look at this stuff behind me on the wall. It's just there because it looks good. It looks good in videos. That's it. And
Yeah.
you guys can't see it, but I mean,
Well, you do have some interesting prints. I will admit. I will admit.
Oh, and they're not prints. They actually came from magazines.
Ah, I see. I
Yeah.
see.
I don't buy prints. I just don't. I can't see the usefulness in it. If you were buying like if you're a person who says, I need a shirt and I need a mug because I'm out of shirts and I'm out of mugs. Yeah, go get the favorite mug and shirt from your favorite people. I think you should. That'd be great.
Yep.
Because you can actually use that, right? That's something you use every single day. It's like, oh, I got a coffee mug. It's from Unbound Vision. Wow. You know?
Yep. Or like those mugs that say like world's best artist or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? Because it makes it feel good, but at the same time, it has a usefulness. Like it's not just there to look pretty. It's there for you to actually use. Like someone gives you a pen, it's like, oh, I can use this to sign stuff, right? And it looks good too.
Yep.
You know, that makes sense to me in terms of merchandise. But the problem is, yeah, it's just overconsumption. People are over-consuming to fill some sort of void in their heart when they really should just find some sort of purpose in life. And that's a problem, right? Everyone's sleepwalking throughout life.
Yeah. That's true. Although I do want to add in that if like about your whole opinion about the prints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you do like, I could suggest like maybe an alternative to support the artists. Like if you really do love love a specific artist or you love their work and such like that, it's up to you. But I guess a better or like a good alternative would probably be like look up their website, see if they have a Patreon or GoFundMe, so that way you could support them there. Like either like if they have a Ko-fi page, again, just donate to their page, donate to their Patreon
or Kickstarter. That's one of the best ways to support the artists you love.
Exactly.
I mean, because here's the thing: a lot of the stuff that they'll be offering you is digital. So you don't have to like worry about something being mailed to you, or you don't have to worry about like paying for shipping costs or anything. And they don't have to worry about shipping something over to you. They can send it to you immediately. It's already ready and it's already prepared. It's perfect.
And for those of you out there who still want prints and say to yourself like, no, I'll make good use of this, then just donate to them digitally, and you'll have the file and on your computer or however you get it, or through email or something like that.
Perfect. And
you could just print it out, frame it yourself, so that way you can say to yourself like, hey, I put in the work, I'm putting this up on my wall, and it looks great, and I'm also supporting my artist.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of bad things can happen to your print in transit too. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, unless you buy from the artist directly. But again, guys, like you don't have to buy prints from artists to support them. Just go support them online. That's easier for them. Otherwise, they have to print out all these prints, make sure that they're high quality, and that costs some money. And then they have to set up a booth at an expo. That costs them more money. And then they have to pay for gas mileage, which costs them way more money to get there too.
Yeah, and not to mention most of these artists also undersell as well in order to get people to buy.
It's literally you're trying to fill a quota that will never be filled.
Yeah. So So if you want to really support your artists, go to the page. See what links that they have for you to donate to them. Every cent helps.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much easier for you guys to just directly send the money and have them send you stuff online than actually go to the expo, because you're wasting your money, you're wasting their money, and the only one who profits is the expo. Let's be extremely honest. The only one who profits is the expo, not the actual artist there. And
plus, do you really want to deal with those lines?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, there's that, but there's also exposure, right? There's exposure, but like, dude, there are plenty of people online who have gotten a crazy amount of exposure, and they've never even been to an expo, right? And they only get invited to an expo after they get like super famous, like Game Grumps, right? Dude, they didn't go to expo events before they got invited. They just produced more content online, and then everyone said, "Hey, come to the expo. We want to talk to you guys." And they're like, "Oh, sweet." You know, they didn't start going to the expo. You know, they had the expo call them, and they said, "Should we do this for our fans?" Yeah, let's do this for our fans. Yeah. You know, that's a good reason to actually go to the expo.
All right. Anyways, I feel like we've gone a little bit off track, so I'm trying to like rail us back into the main topic.
Yeah. Sorry, it just expos really bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Like, expos do bother me too for like different reasons. Like, oh boy, I have a long list. But anyways,
it's okay.
let's continue back to
It's
the
okay.
main topic.
Yeah, so I'm saying, listen, guys, progress is the path to your own happiness. It will help make you happy, but you have to be progressing towards something that is truly meaningful to you, and hopefully has a good impact on other people too.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's all fine and, such if you want to just wind down after a long day, like maybe like watch a couple of shows on Netflix. Like for me personally, I can't watch anything more than like about an hour or two, or else I feel like I'm kind of like wasting my time.
Yeah,
But,
I think anyone does.
Nevertheless, though, if it makes you feel happy, go ahead. However, also, I do want to say that it's good to put at least some time aside for something that you guys love to do, something that you're passionate about. Like, if you're, like, pick a day within the week or sometime that you're either like not too tired or not too busy, and work on what makes you happy. If you love to bake, bake something. Bake some for your friends.
Yeah.
If you love working on cars or making models or things like that, yeah, definitely. Like make the time for it. Like
That's a great one. Make the time.
yeah, because basically, honestly, most of us are like, oh, I wish I could do this, but I never have the time, or I never have the money,
Then make
like,
the time.
yeah. Make the time, the money will come after. But yeah, exactly. Like still just make the time for it. Like purposely go and just like even if you tell yourself, "Oh no, I don't like I can't do it because of this reasons," or "I'm always tired, I don't have the energy,"
Jamie,
things like that.
people will come up with any excuse.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, no matter what the excuse is, at least, make the effort, make the attempt, do it, try to make a habit out of it. Like, over
That's a good
time, yeah, the more you do something over time, it'll stick. That's as with most, as it is with most habits and things that we have,
Yeah.
Like, keep practicing positive habits, and yeah, you'll pretty much get like you'll get a more positive output in your life. Whereas, same thing can also happen with negative habits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So prevent negative habits from happening as well.
Yeah, try to avoid alcohol and drugs. I mean, it's going to be not just expensive financially, it's also going to tear down you psychologically and physically.
Yep.
Physically, it's going to tear you down even worse.
Yeah. Oh, your poor liver.
Yeah. Oh, your poor liver and your poor lungs.
Yeah, that's true.
At the same time.
Yep. That is true. So yeah, keep on. Basically, start practicing good habits and try to prevent bad ones from forming. Like, trust me, like it could be so easy getting into a bad habit. Like, say you have a stressful day and you're just like, oh God, this is really stressful. I need a drink. Like,
yeah, but that's the worst thing to do, actually.
Yeah,
that's the worst thing too, because you don't actually confront the problem. You're just numbing the problem.
Yeah.
And that's what most people are doing, right? They're numbing their problems versus actually trying to face it and say, like, you know what? I'm not happy. I gotta do something different here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the first step. Like, once you like put down the bottle, you're like, this thing is not helping me. It's only making it worse.
Yeah. It just helps you forget about it for like what? Maybe 30 minutes, an hour, like depending how much you take in.
Yeah.
Or same thing with smoking as well. Like, it'll calm me down for like what, a few minutes.
It doesn't though.
But
That's
no,
the only thing.
I know you think it does, but honestly, it's what's the word for it?
It's just poisoning you. That's all it's really doing.
Yeah.
It's just poisoning you, and you're convincing yourself this because you can convince yourself of anything, right? So if you can convince yourself that smoking somehow helps you, just convince yourself that not smoking is going to be even better for you. It's just about breathing deeply, right? It's like the same thing. It's like, it's like that's more therapeutic and better for you, breathing in deeply and exhaling than actually smoking.
Yep. But if you want something close, you can go to L.A. and just breathe deeply there.
Oh yeah, you can do that too. That'll kill you just as fast.
That's close to smoking, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll kill you
kidding.
just as fast.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
But yeah, like take some deep breathing exercises and go someplace where the air is fresh, where you guys are at.
yeah, I think that'll help. I mean, yeah, guys, please just don't do drugs. Don't take a lot of alcohol. Don't overconsume, because if you really loved yourself, you wouldn't do that to yourself. So please love yourself enough to pursue a worthwhile goal and go at it every single day, like you're just like a rabid dog. And I'm not even joking about that, because that will light you up inside way more than any of these things that numb you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't binge on Netflix, guys. Go freaking pursue something that means something to you. And believe me, if it means something to you, it's going to mean something to someone else. And then that's going to mean something to someone else, and so on and so forth. It'll spread like wildfire before you ever know it.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I have an interesting story I'd like to share.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, when you spoke about a dog, it reminds me of my dog.
Yeah.
We call her Canela, which is like Spanish for cinnamon, because she has like a light brownish cinnamony color.
Yeah.
Coat. And so basically, she's a really adorable dog, and every day she's just bringing us tennis balls, like every single day, nonstop. She
Wow.
would always like has a tennis ball in her mouth and just pester us with it. She would like bump her
really?
head against our legs. She would always jump up, wag her tail with a tennis ball in her mouth, and she is a very, very, very persistent dog. Most of us, again, like my mom, my dad, everyone, we're just we're either working on something or we're kind of busy. But sometimes, like when we do have some downtime and she's persistent enough, we're just like, okay, we'll just throw you a couple of balls. Yeah, rather more than the usual, like the amount.
Yeah, she's a great salesman.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, she's a great salesman.
And the look on her face is just priceless. She's just so happy when she gets that reward of like, getting to play fetch with us.
But that's a very good metaphor, because that's like, dude, that dog is probably happier than most people on the planet. You know why? Because like she's always going after something she wants, and even if she doesn't get the reward, she still enjoys doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I just enjoy getting tennis balls for you guys, and like, please throw it for me. I'll come get it for you. I'll bring it back.
Yeah. And she's very persistent too. Like if we tell her no, not right now, she still stands there and she's still like with the ball in her mouth, just waiting for us to.
She'll sit there, wait for you. Yeah, yep, she'll wait for you. Yeah.
Yep. Even to the point where she literally just like puts the ball on her leg or in her hand. She is that determined.
Dang, that's good though. You guys need that. You guys need more of that, because like too many people quit before you even have a chance, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, it's not working out on the first day, I should quit. Like, dude, it's only been one day.
Mm-hmm.
Or people say it's been 3 months. I don't like this job. Dude, you've only been there 3 months. Stick through it, man. It's only been 3 months. Like, at least spend like a year, and then you'll know.
Mm.
Like, all these bad things are all temporary, and then we go to other things that we think will fill the void in our heart, and they don't. In fact, it just makes our life worse.
Yeah, this is what I think is kind of like one of the problems that the youth today are like. Even my generation.
Those youthful bastards!
Oh, come on! No, they're good kids. They're good kids. Like you guys are great. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is that, with the advancement of technology, we have everything like lightning fast speeds.
It's handed to us, basically.
In a sense. So basically, we're just so used to getting information or getting, results right away. So sticking to something can be a bit harder for us to do. So
there's no patience in this world anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah, we have to develop that patience.
Yeah.
So so that's what I'm trying to say is that so like things do take time. I will admit that we're so used to getting everything right away now with with what's happening,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
what's happened with us lately, get
Yeah.
everything instantaneously, get emails faster, replies faster, quicker, things like that. So waiting for something or, sticking to something is a lot more difficult
Yeah.
for us.
But guess what? It's delayed gratification that actually makes you happier because you can actually appreciate that, right? You're like, oh my God, I spent years trying to get this thing and it's mine. And then you slowly realize, like, well, what's next? Right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's like, well, I got it. Now we gotta do something else, right? You're like, okay, well, next adventure. Right?
Exactly.
That's life. That's how it should be. Like you spend all this time working so hard to get to that goal, and then you finally reach it, and you're like, oh my God, the heavens have opened up, right?
Like, what will you do next?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, now what?
I'll go to Disney World.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you should celebrate. I mean,
Yeah.
you should definitely celebrate. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, man, we got the reward, but it wasn't really. It was not really about the reward.
Yeah, it's mostly the journey that, or basically the work that you put in it. Basically.
Yeah, it's literally the progress and just freaking going for it every day. Because you're like, man, that took a lot of hard work, and we did it. It's good, but like, I think we can do better next time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the whole thing, guys. And most people aren't even doing that, or they think they're doing that, but they're not really doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know plenty of people, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and there's nothing we can tell them, right? We can't tell them like, oh, pursue your dreams, because they'll be like, oh, F you. I mean, but you guys who are listening, you guys are probably pursuing your dreams right now. Like that, can you believe it? That's like our target audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're actual dreamers. Like I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is cool. Like they're not just like they're not just consumers. They're actually people that are like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, man.
Nice.
You wait and see. I'm gonna do that. I'm the one.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, these guys are really motivated.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I'm glad we're attracting those people.
Exactly. So you guys out there who have like something that you want to do, go on, keep on doing it. Again, form those habits. Keep going, keep at it. So one day it's gonna be kind of like second hand kind of thing. Like you come home from work, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna get started right away on what I love to do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you may be surprised. You might something might come out of it. Like I don't know. Like say like if you're just making videos just for fun and you just like post on YouTube, you may never know. Maybe someone's like, hey, you're actually like you're actually a really great YouTuber.
Your videos inspired me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you become like a top YouTuber, and then YouTube's like, oh, hey, you're a very popular channel. You're with the Elite Club now, or something like that. I don't know.
And you were only doing what you loved, right?
Exactly. You're just like, in your mind, you're like, I'm just putting funny videos on the internet.
Yeah.
I didn't think this would happen.
And it's amazing when you follow your own happiness and your own joy. Incredible things happen, like really incredible things, and they'll just happen, just from you doing it every single day. Like you won't even see it coming. There's been so many great things that came our way, and we didn't even know they were coming our way. Honestly, like no way. Like we got like another patron. I was like, wow, where the hell did that come from? I don't know.
Hey.
But like, oh, that was great.
But basically, yeah, the biggest thing I could say is follow your passions. Basically, keep at what you love to do, and you may never know. Something good can actually come from it if you keep on sticking with it. And also, what I also like to say is follow. Like, I mean, a lot of people have said this line over and over again.
Sure.
The typical like follow your dreams sort of thing. However, I do also want to add that follow your dreams, but also be open to the possibilities. Be open to other branches or other pursuits out there.
Yeah, because it's not a straight line. The line gets really curvy and squiggly. Like,
and at
really
one point
curvy.
it drops, and you're just like, what the hell?
It's kind of like the stock market.
Yeah, pretty much.
But over time it goes up.
Yep.
It might have its down period, and that's a problem, right? When there's a down period in the stock market, everyone vanishes, except the one or two people that stick it through, and they're like, nope, I'm gonna ride this through, and it's gonna come back up. You'll see, and it always does. It always does. That's just life, right? It's like life is like the stock market. It's just like ups, downs, but it always goes up over time. And that's the thing. Like we just need more patience, guys. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard nowadays, especially with everything's just kind of like an instant gratification sort of thing. But trust me, guys, like it's good to develop that patience. You'll get something. You'll get something when you stick with it. All right.
All right, great. Well, that's a great note to leave it on. I'm Ryan Lai from Unbound Vision, and you've just listened to the voice of inspiration.
All right.
Oh, Jamie, did you want to exit or?
Okay. What did
Oh, I
I
mean, you can
say?
just say who you are.
All right. This is Jamie Jovel, and I want to say thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Goodbye now.
Bye. Stay inspired.